Today's topic is about splay tree. We'll be seeing about what is splay tree and how what are the operations that can be performed on splay tree. So what is a splay tree? A splay tree is a binary search tree with a self-balancing condition. So it can have a self-balancing condition. So it is very mainly used for quick accessing the neighboring elements. So mainly used for accessing. So if I accessed one element, the next likely to be accessed, either it will be in the left child or it will be in the right child. So if that is the possibility, we have to go for splay tree. So what is the difference between a binary search tree and a splay tree is, if you want to search any element, that searching element has to be carried out throughout the tree. That is, from the root node to, it has to travel towards the path based on the condition. Okay. But in the splay tree, what happens is, if you want to access a particular node, the particular node will be brought to the root node along with its neighbor node. So what happens is, when that particular node is accessed, the next likely to be accessed node will be nearly available in a single access. So that is the major advantage of using splay tree. So the search option for the splay tree will be similar to the standard binary search tree. Okay, the only thing is, when you want to have access to a particular node, or when you want to have a delete to a particular node, that node will be moved to the root node of the splay tree. So what are the accessing cases for a node? If your accessing node is a root node, we do not do anything, we do not perform any rotation or something like that. We will simply access the node. Suppose if your node is the child node for some parent node, okay, so you will take it as that if root is there and the root as a child, and that node should be accessed. Here in the diagram you can see, if X is my accessing node and you have a single parent only, then you can swap this rotation in such a way that child will be made as a parent and parent will be made as a child to the previous node. So this is the swapping operation when you perform zig or zig rotation. So we'll call it as a very simply zig or swap rotation. So the node will be made root and the parent node will be made child of the child node, okay, X node. So you will not be considering about any grandparent node here, okay. So the next case is, the accessing node has parent node as well as grandparent node. So how do you bring that accessing node to the root node? So you see the diagram here. So such type of rotation we are going to perform is zig-zag. So the first diagram refers the left case, that is X, P, G. X is the accessing node. You can see the direction from grandparent to the accessing node X. It is left of left, okay. So if that is the case, you will rotate into such a way that X will be brought to the root node and X right child will become parent node and parent's right child will become grandparent node. So this is how a zigzag rotation will be performed. Now coming to zigzag rotation, zag-zag rotation. So what is zag-zag rotation is, it's in the case of RR case. You can see the bottom diagram. So grandparent's right child is parent node, parent's right child is the accessing node. If that is the case, I have to move the X to the root node. So when you make it root node, it will become X left child will become parent node and parent's left child will become grandparent node. So this is zigzag and zigzag. So zigzag and zag-zag node. So we will simply refer it as a zigzag rotation. Okay, we will not consider left case or right case. We will simply take it as zigzag rotation alone. So the next rotation is zigzag rotation. So what we seen in the previous is zigzag, zag-zag. Okay, so zigzag is for LL case and zag-zag is for RR case. Similarly, zig stands for L, zag stands for R. So it is LR rotation and RL rotation. So we have used a name zigzag and zag-zag. So commonly we can take it as zigzag alone. You will take it as zigzag. So what is a double? It is similar to your double rotation in your AVL tree. You can see the accessing node will have parent node and grandparent node in this fashion. How? Grandparent's left child is parent node and parent's right child is the accessing node. If that is the case, X will be made root node and parent will be a left child and grandparent will be right child. So this we call it as zag-zag. So the bottom diagram is zigzag. You can see grandparent's right child is parent and parent's left child is the accessing node. After rotating, you can see it has become, X has become parent node and X left child will be grandparent and right child will be parent node. So if you are having confusion, you simply consider If GPX stands in a straight line without any bend, we will take it as zigzag rotation. If you have a bend like an arrow mark or something like that, we will take it as a zigzag rotation. Now let us see a simple example. The leftmost diagram is a splay tree because it's a binary search tree. You can see binary search tree property will be satisfied. Now I need to access 20. So what I mean by that is you will search first 20 where it is. So 100 will search for 20. So 20 is less than 100, comes to left side, 50 less than, 40 less than, 30 less than, it reaches 20. Now this 20 to get accessed, it has to bring it to the top. So what I do is, you can see it has a parent and grandparent in the same straight line. So we will perform zigzag rotation. So rotate it will become root node. Again, still it has not become the root of the splay tree. So again I perform zigzag rotation. I will brought 20 to the root node. So now I can access 20 or I perform any operation on that particular node. So let us see an example. We will simplify the diagram first. So I have given a simplified version of zigzag rotation and zigzag rotation so that their subtrees can be easily moved out. So see the diagram, the left side is the rotation for zigzag, how X, P and G are there, it's in the same direction, LL, okay. And the right side is a zigzag rotation, it's for both the cases. The topmost is a LR rotation and bottom is a RL rotation. So in the previous diagram you take it as it's a zigzag and zag. Okay, so this is what this. The leftmost top diagram is zigzag, the bottommost diagram is zigzag diagram. Okay, so but in any book or anywhere you will be using only zigzag and zigzag rotation for commonly. Let us see how a splay tree is constructed and how accessing and deleting is performed with example. So let us construct a splay tree for the given elements. So as I said before, splay tree is a binary search tree. It's a self-balancing binary search tree. So the insertion into splay tree will be similar to binary search tree. So we will insert from 7 onwards. So 7. So then 6 will be less than 7, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So this is how the binary search tree will be done. So I said before, the splay tree you can perform access and delete. If you want to access, you have to bring it to the root node. So to bring it to the root node, you have to bring the node using either zigzag rotation or zigzag rotation. As you can see which node to be accessed, you mentioned that node is X and its parent node and its grandparent node. Now see the structure of XPG, which is similar to zigzag or zigzag. So it is similar to zigzag rotation. It is similar to this case. So first diagram. So you will take, you don't have any A, so you don't have any B. So I don't have any A, any B and any C and any D. So the rest of the structure must be untouched. So you will have, it will be similar. So 6, 5, 4. Okay. Now this is rotated, it is rotated with zigzag. So zigzag rotation is used. Okay, so only up to this part alone the rotation has to be performed. So if it is performed, 1 will become root, 2 will be down and 3 will be going down. So you can see it is X, P and G. So still 1 is not reached the root node. So again I have to perform the rotation. So I'll have X, P and G. So the rotation must be carried out only to this part. The rest of the part is untouched. So I'll draw the rest of the part untouched. So now you see the direction. So it is, you don't have A, okay, but you have B, you don't have C, you don't have D. So we'll perform zigzag rotation. So now what happens is 1 will be here, okay, 4 will come down, then 5 will come down. Now what is A? I don't have A. What is B? 2, 3 is B. So you will have 2 and 3 connected to it, right? So still X1 is not reached. So we will have X, P and G. So still I don't have A, I don't have B. Sorry, this entire structure is considered as B. and you don't have C and you don't have D. So we will perform entire zigzag rotation again to bring it 1. So if I bring 1 to the root node, so 1 will be root, you will have 6, you will have 7. So I don't have A, but I have B. So what is B is, it is 4, 5 and 2, 3. So this is the diagram for axis 1. So this is for axis 1. Now see, you will see the axis for 2. So after 1, you should not do with the same, you have to continue with the same diagram only, because play tree is used when 1 is accessed, the next nearby element will be accessed within a lesser time. So now you see 2 is here, still it is not in the root node, so it has to be brought to the root node. So you will put X over here, X, P and G. So you don't have A, but you have B, you have C and you have D. So now still this rotation is similar to zigzag. So perform the rotation only to this part. So rest of the part is untouched. So you will have 1, 2, 4, 6. So it's done. What is A? I don't have any A, but do you have B? Yes, we have B. B is 3, C is 5 and D is 7. Okay. So still there is no operation is here. So you can swap the elements, like if it is X and P means it can be swapped to XP. So you will have A, B, C. So here it will be A, B, C. Okay. So the vice versa, you can swap it. So here I can only do swap operation. So I will do a swap. So when you swap it, 2 will become root node, 1 will come down. So you will have 4, 6, 5, 7. Okay, so this is what they for access to the final diagram. So you can access to within 2 rotations, 2 can be accessed. So now we are going to perform access 3. What is the next element to be accessed is 3. So where is 3? 3 is over here. So who is the parent of 3? 4 is the parent of 3. Who is the grandparent of 3? 2 is the grandparent of 3. So now this is similar to XPG. You can see it's a zigzag rotation. So the entire tree will be rotated as zigzag. So we'll find out the second diagram. So what is connected to G is A. So 1 will be A. So for X, I don't have B, I don't have C. For P, I have D. So this entire structure is D. Now we'll perform the rotation. So 3 will be coming over to the top. So you will have 2 and you will have 4. Now what is A? A is 1. What is B? I don't have B. I don't have C, but I have D. So D is 6, 5, 7. So this is the diagram for axis 3. Now the next element to be accessed is 4. So you can see X is 4 is here and you have only parent, so you can perform swap alone. So I said swapping, you will bring X to the top, so top X will become 4, 3, 2, 1. So rest of the thing, so this entire thing is A. I don't have B, but this entire thing is C. So A is connected, I don't have B. So what is C? C is 6, 5, 7. So I'll rub this B so not be confusing. So this is the diagram for axis 4. Now for axis 5, from this diagram you have to do, so we have a space, so we will do it. Only one rotation. You can see X, P, G. So you have this entire structure as A. Okay, I don't have B, I don't have C, but I have D. So now rotate it. So you will be performing zigzag. It's similar to zigzag. So 5 will be at the top. Okay, 4 will come down, 6 will come down. So what is A? 3, 2, 1 is A. So you will have 3, 2, 1. Okay. So next one is B. I don't have B. I don't have C, but I have D. So D is 7. So this is the diagram for axis 5. So now we'll see the axis 6. So you can see only X and P are there. That is parent node and accessing node. So just perform swap. So I will swap it. So you will have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So if you want to know that this entire structure is A, I don't have B. Okay. But I have C. So A is connected to 5 and I don't have B, but I have C. So C will be 7. So this is the diagram for axis 6. Similarly, axis 7, again you have only swap. So you swap it. So this entire structure will be considered as A. I don't have B, I don't have C, only I have P and X. So when you swap it, so this is P and X. So only swap it, you will get the final diagram 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this is the for performing axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see the original diagram is retrieved after accessing all the elements. Now let us see an example how delete will be performed. So if you want to delete any node from splay tree, okay, so this is splay tree. Okay, any node if you want to delete to this delete in a splay tree, you have to bring that node to the root node. So first you have to bring the deleting node to the root node. So we will take XPG. So I have A, I don't have B, I don't have C, I don't have D. Okay, so just perform zigzag. So the rest of the diagram will be same. So I will draw the rest of the diagram same. So you will have 3, 4, 5. Okay, A is 2, 1. Okay, still it is not enough. So this is we'll take it like this. So we'll have this is X, P and G. So now I have this entire structure as A, this entire structure is B, I don't have C, I don't have D. So perform zigzag, bring 3 to the top. So you'll have 3, 6, 7. What is A? A is 2, 1. What is B? It is 4, 5. Now when 3 is deleted, so when 3 is deleted, what will be replacing 3? As I said, the delete will be performed similar to the binary search tree. So I will draw like this first. So you will have understanding. So 2, 1, 6, 4, 5, 7. So when 3 is deleted, the biggest element from the left subtree will replace. So you will have 2 over here. So it will become 2, 1, 6, 4, 5, 7. So this is your final diagram after delete 3. Now what element can be deleted? You can, I want to delete, let us assume the last element. So again I want to delete 5 here over here. So where 5 is over here, so I will take it as XPG. So I don't have A, I don't have B or C, but I have D. So rotation must be carried out only for this. So you perform zigzag. So rest of the diagram is same. So you will have 2, 1. Okay. So now if you rotate, you will have 5, 4, 6. So I don't have A, but I don't have B, I don't have C, I have only D. So 7 will be here. Still 5 has not reached the node, so you will just swap with the root node. So you will have 5, 2, 1. Then you will have, so when you are doing swap, let us take the possibility. So this is P, this is X, so this is A, B, and this entire structure is C. So as I said before, swap, when you are want to swap P of X with A, B, and C, it can be converted into X, P, A, B, C. So I have written A over here, okay. This is A, this is B, so A is 1. What is B? B is 4, so you will connect B4 here. What is C? 6 and 7, so 6 and 7 will be here. So I will rub this. Now when 5 is deleted, 4 will be replacing 5 because 5 has reached the node. So the final diagram will be 4, 2, 1, 6, 7. Now what element I can delete? Anything we can delete. Let us assume we'll do with some leaf node. Again, I'll delete 1 now. So because 1 is in the bottom. So you'll take it as X, P, G. I don't have A, I don't have B, C, but this entire structure is D. Now perform zigzag, bring 1 to the root node, then you can delete. So 1, 2, 4. I don't have A, I don't have B, I don't have C, but I have D, that is 6 and 7. So I will take 6 and 7. Now if 1 is deleted, what should be replaced? So we have only right subtree. If it is right subtree, only the minimum element has to replace. So 2 will replace it. So when 1 is deleted, you will have 2, 4, 6, 7. So this is the final diagram for deleting 1. So now I want to delete 7. We'll take another example. We are going to delete 7. So X, P, G. So itself you can, so it's a zigzag. So no A, B, C, D, just rotation. So 2, 7, 6, 4 rotation. Okay. So now 7 has not reached. So just a swap. So when you want to swap it, you have A, you have B, I don't have C. Okay. So take that in mind. So 7, 2. You have A, no, but you have B, yes. It's going to be 6 and 4. Okay, you don't have C. Now if 7 is deleted, what will replace 7? So the biggest element in the left subtree should be replacing. So that will means 6 will replace 7. So you will have 6, 2, 4. Okay, now we'll see. I want to delete 2. What's that happen with delete with the 2? So I'll show delete 2. So you have 6, 2, 4. So it has to be swapped. So I will swap it. So when I swap, 2 comes down, 6 will be here. You don't have A, you don't have, but you have B. So you will have B over here. So make sure you do it perfectly. I will do like this. So this is X, this is P. I don't have A, I don't have B, I don't have C. Okay, so I have B alone. So no A, but B is here, right? So you will have 4 over here, and I don't have C. Okay, so now I'll rub it off. Now when 2 is deleted, the minimum value in the right subtree should replace. So it will be replaced with 4. So you will have 4 and 6. So the last two elements, whatever, if you want to delete 6, you have to move 6 to the root node and you can delete it and it will replace with 4. Or if you delete 4, automatically only one child is there, you can replace it. So that's all about creating a splay tree, accessing the nodes of the splay tree and deleting the elements. So that's all about the splay tree. We'll have a next new topic in the next session. Thank you.